So we are back. Finals are done, and I have finally caught up on the boys. I watched the episodes, I want to say 4 through 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know about, is it 4, 5, 6? Yeah, yeah. So episodes 4 through 7, I finally got through. I'm going to do a little bit of my thoughts here, so spoilers if you haven't seen it. Um, I know there's a lot of people out there that watch my channel that are friends of mine, and people I know personally that really like this show. And to them, I say, God bless you. You know, y'all are my friends. I'm not here to talk shit about y'all. Because a lot of them didn't like season 4. And me personally, that's where I hated the show with season 4, and I stopped liking the characters. I stopped giving a fuck about this show, this universe, and the themes and all that from this show. I stopped caring. But for those out there that are still defending this show, even after season 4, all y'all can go fuck yourselves. y'all can kill yourselves for all I fucking care. Because you like degeneracy, you like the political allegory. That's all you fucking care about. Going into the finale, we are a couple days away from the finale, and then this show is over. You know, it's going to be over forever, and there's no redos. They might reboot it in the future, but you fuck up this finale, it's over, man. It's Game of Thrones season 8. You can't unfuck that damage. Episode 4 was. It doesn't seem like it achieved anything. Everybody's looking for the virus to kill Homelander. There's everybody's running in circles, and the characters are so regressive, and it just the show's fucking boring. Like in concept, I don't fuck with it because I'm more into the line of traditional superheroes. I like Spider-Man. I like Batman. I like Superman. I like them being the traditional heroes that they are. There are no heroes in this show. There aren't even likable characters in this show. The only characters that seem to have any sort of progression as characters are Homelander and Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy, Jensen Ackles is doing a great job single-handedly making this show entertaining, at least watchable. Watching Soldier Boy is the best part of the show, by far. And having him sort of go from hating Homelander and loving Stormfront to understanding what Stormfront saw in Homelander and seeing Homelander as like a son to him, full character development there. And just a span of a few short episodes. Homelander has this development over time where he goes from bully to egomaniac to now literally trying to make a new religion with the Democratic Church of America. That whole thing. I'm not going to say that these characters are likable. Personally, I hope Homelander dies. I hope Soldier Boy dies. I don't want any of these characters to survive. But Homelander and Soldier Boy are the most unique and the most developed characters in the whole show. And that's saying a lot. Because you got characters like Billy Butcher who lie to his crew. He lies to the boys. He acts like a dick. It's hard to root for him because, I mean, as much as I like Carl Urban and I like the character of Billy Butcher, he's so regressive. He's so unhelpful. It's like, how does it take you 5 seasons of a television show to figure out how to kill Homelander? I mean, fuck. Even Lex Luthor figured out how to use kryptonite on Superman in the first movie. Like, Superman has his weakness. Why can't y'all figure out, why you can't kill Homelander? And I know the reason why. It's because they wanted to extend this show out longer so that they could make more political allegories, make more statements. They sat down in the writer's room with this show and was like, man, how can we make a political message and express our worldly fears through the lens of this superhero show while making idiots believe that this show is somehow deep and interesting? It's not. The show fucking sucks. And personally, I thought the comics sucked too. A lot of people that are saying the show's better than the comics, clearly because they never fucking read them. And the couple things that the show does better than the comics is minuscule to what the comics do better than the show. Either way you look at it, Garth Ennis, who wrote the comics, is a spiteful motherfucker because he has a hate fantasy against superheroes and capes. And then you have Eric Kripke, who's arguably worse, who has a hate fantasy for basically anybody who's not fucking a communist, basically. And so it just became more of a, instead of a hate fantasy about superheroes, it became a hate fantasy about the right wing. Your neighbors, white supremacy. Superheroes became an allegory for white supremacy and middle America and alt-right people. So, personally, I don't consider myself a conservative. I don't consider myself alt-right or whatever. But it's shit like this that pushes me towards that. It's like, you know what? Maybe those people have a fucking point. You know? You're making me sympathize with them more because the left is so fucking deranged. They're so fucking deranged, they're so stupid, and they're so out of they're out of touch with reality that they turn moderate people into fucking far right fascists, essentially, or at least fascists in their minds. But that's what this show is. This show is nothing more than fucking political allegory. The characters suck. Mother's Milk, you know, he gave us a little interesting backstory on his character, which I actually liked that scene where he told us, okay, you know, I got the name Mother's Milk because I'm a caring person. You know, that was after he basically said, fuck my family, I'm going to go full-on monster in order to kill Homelander, and I don't care if I die because that's what it takes to kill Homelander. Well, congratulations, Mother's Milk. Homelander's still alive, and in episode, was it 6? He ends up getting V1 and becomes immortal. The boys fucking suck at their jobs if they can't even kill Homelander after 5 seasons. And then you have dumbasses like Frenchie who try to use fucking uranium to give Kimiko powers. That was also a Billy Butcher idea. Fucking stupid. And I think that's setting up to basically have Kimiko be the one to kill Homelander, which is Arya Stark killing the Night King, if you ask me. And ultimately, Huey's going to end up probably killing Butcher. We had great storytelling like Starlight meeting her father. That was an answer that I never thought I needed, apparently. No, it was a waste of fucking time is what it was. Oh, all the people watching Gen V, if you watch Gen V, guess what? Gen V got fucking canceled twice. Not only did it get canceled in real life, but in the show, they were like, hey, yeah, you got your powers developed to be as strong as Homelander's? Well, guess what? We don't need y'all. We're just going to vape and talk about our feelings. So they basically just said, fuck you for watching Gen V. So that's why I never watched it. I knew it was a waste of fucking time. I knew I wasn't going to watch that dog shit. I wasn't going to fall for it. If there's any spin-offs of this show afterwards, I ain't going to watch that dog shit either. I fucking hate this show. As much as I like season 1 and as much as I like the concepts and the world building that you could arguably attribute more to Garth Ennis' comic books, I have no interest in watching this show. That's why I didn't watch it week to week. I was like, I have finals. I have better things to do with my life. I'm recording an album. I got better things to do than watch this dog shit piece of crap show. Then you had episode 5, I believe, episode 5, where they had different perspectives of characters. Firecracker dies because it's the most predictable thing. Homelander tries to make a new religion. Black Noir dies. And I don't give a fuck about any of that. I really don't. I don't care about these characters. I don't like these characters. I have no emotional attachment to them. The best part of that episode to me was Terror, the dog, fucking a Homelander doll. And of course, we had to have Anthony Starr bending ass over saying, fuck me, doggy. Like, that's what this show is. It's like weird shock factor, and it has no sense, no coordination, no payoffs for anything that it sets up. They don't even think about good writing. They think about the allegory. It's about the message more than the story. They don't think about these things. They don't think about, oh, hey, how can we kill Homelander? Are we ever going to address, why it's taking us so fucking long to figure this out? It's because they're not worried about that. They're worried about making Homelander a Donald Trump allegory. He kills the president in, was it episode 7 or something? Leading towards a total takeover of the entire world, which should have happened in season 3. This show feels small. On its penultimate episode leading up to the finale, it feels like it's lacking in stakes. And at this point, Frenchie dies in episode 7, spoiler warning. because he goes up against Homelander. And I couldn't find myself to give a reason to give a fuck. And personally, I think that decision was also made because it came out with a story that he was a former IDF soldier, war criminal. And so they're trying to kick him off the show before the backlash started hitting. Soldier Boy tries to go to South America or whatever to fuck off, and then Homelander keeps him stored in the cryo chamber. And that unless Soldier Boy comes out in the finale, I don't care. I fucking don't care about this show. I really don't. There's things that I like, and there's things that is like this. The bad outweighs the good for me in this show. The characters are unlikable. Huey, as I've said before, is a beta male cuck, and certainly he's had more development than I give credit for. But at the same time, he's just as much of an insufferable prick as a stupid surgery-filled girlfriend Starlight, who. It's hard to understand her at times because she's talking so much plastic surgery in her face. So much fucking plastic surgery in her face, it's hard to understand her. That's why I have subtitles on. Kimiko was better when she couldn't talk. Hearing her talk fucking ruined the character for me. It's hard to make a review whenever there's the story. It's like, okay, the basic plot of every episode. The boys try to find a way to kill Homelander. They go to place to find thing, usually compound V of some type. Or they find a soup that's got information for them. And then that soup ends up dying in a horrific and funny way. And then they fail and they have to come up with a new plan. Next episode begins. That's usually the fucking plot of this show. Every single fucking episode, that's what it is. And so... It gets boring, it gets repetitive, and like in between is always, the taking shots at, MAGA or the alt-right or whatever whatever boogeyman they've created and they believe in and they probably fund. And so I find no interest in a show like this, and I'm waiting for it to be done. I'm counting the days for it to be over. And now that Homelander has V1, shit, you might as well just wipe out everybody. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Other than the show's fucking dog shit. And I know it's going to piss off a lot of people, me saying that, but mostly because they're brainlet normies who enjoy this kind of crap because I guess their life is boring, they got nothing going on, and this seems like it's new and interesting to them. To me, it's fucking dog shit. And I'm so over it. I'm over the nihilism. I'm over the bullshit, man. I'm over it. So, I'm just waiting for the show to end. Realistically, a good ending to me, and this is me being generous, right? A good ending to me is the Deep dies with probably at the hand of Starlight. Homelander and Butcher end up killing each other after reconciling their differences. And after they kill each other, Starlight and Huey end up going off into the sunset and being a couple and living a normal life. Kimiko finds her happiness as well, unless she dies just like Frenchie, which I am open to as well. Mother's Milk finds his family and goes and reunites with his family. And then Soldier Boy is released from the cryo chamber and goes off to South America to fucking do whatever he's going to do. While Ryan ends up becoming the next Homelander as Vought repeats the cycle. Because that's what this show is. It's nihilistic. It's not going to have a happy ending. There's no happy endings here. Ryan's just going to become the next Homelander. And Vought, even if Ryan doesn't become the next Homelander, Vought will roll out the next superhero because they keep trying to kill Homelander when the villain is Vought. They will not focus on the villain of Vought. And they'll just roll out another Homelander. They've proven that they can do it. Unless you destroy all the Compound V, all the V1, it doesn't matter. They'll just repeat the cycle. Stan Edgar's still alive. Are they going to wrap that up in the finale? There's so many things that they need to do in the finale, and it doesn't feel like they have time or care to do it. And so I don't have an interest in this show. I really don't. If people ask me, hey, what do you think about this episode? I say it was fucking dog shit. I said it was trash. That's what I think about it. And usually I'll be more graceful to people in real life. And I'll be like, being nice. It's not for me. This isn't a show that I enjoy. But, if y'all enjoy it, go for it. I get it. What's far be it for me to ruin escapism for you. But if this is your type of escapism, fuck, bro. Fuck. Anyway, let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll see y'all for the finale. Show's full of crack smokers.